What is going on, guys? My name is Chris, aka Shag3124, and welcome back to a After Effects series. Today, I'm gonna be showing you how to make good render settings and make a template. That way, when you go back to your projects, you do not have to create another template for that, and you do not have to restore all your settings for that. So let's go ahead and get started. I have a basic composition right here with some text over it. You can bring up, so this is what it just looks like. You can bring up these position, scale, and rotation by just, uh, when you close out of these, all you have to do is hold shift and hit P, R, and S for position, scale, rotation. So let's go and get started. So here goes my basic render settings. What we want to do is go to composition, add to render queue, and you'll be greeted with this dialog box. So what we're going to do is start out with render settings first. So what you want to do is click on the text, and over here what you want to use is use this frame rate. You want to make sure that's at 29.94 frames per second. The reason why you don't want it at 59.94 frames per second is because YouTube only allows up to 30 frames per second anyway. And also, 59.94 frames per second would take up more space on your computer while rendering this out. So after you're done that, what you want to do is hit OK. And over here, you want to hit this arrow. And then you want to use Make Template. So what you want to do is make sure it's at, or what you want to do is make a settings name. So I'm just going to call it Best Settings. And then what you want to do is go up here. And then actually I'm going to call it something different because there's already a default best settings. So I'm going to call it Best YouTube Settings. And after you've done that, what you want to do is hit up here. Make sure it's checked at Best YouTube Settings. After you're done that, just hit OK. Now we're going to go down here to Output Module. So we're going to click on the text. And you'll be greeted with this another dialog box. And under Format, what you want to use is QuickTime. If you do not have QuickTime, there's a free download on Apple's website. All you have to do is enter your email. And over here, we're going to go to Format Options. And we're going to go to H.264. I'm going to click on that. Make sure the quality is at 100%. Hit OK. And make sure, just so you guys know, you do not have to use QuickTime. These are just my recommended settings. And then when you go to Audio Output, make sure this is checked. It'll be default unchecked for After Effects. And when you go to render out your video, what will happen is basically it won't render out your audio. So if you have an edit with music in it, the music will not be in it. So after you've done that, you just want to hit OK. And we're going to go back to our render settings tab. Forgot to explain something. So with your render settings tab, make sure you have your time span checked to work area only. You can use length of comp, but I use work area only, and I will explain that right now. So basically, if we head on back over to our comp, this gray bar is basically our work area. So like in Sony Vegas, how you highlighted your clip when you want to render it, this is what's basically going to be rendered. I prefer work area only because you have more control over it, and you can tell what parts you actually want to render. So we're just going to highlight that again. And we're going to go back to Add to Render Queue. And we're just going to get rid of this one. And we're going to go to Output Module. And Output's basically where you want to save it to. So if you want to save it to desktop, you can just save it and call it a After Effects test. Just for the sake of this tutorial, you just hit save, and then you just want to click begin to render. and it will begin to render out your video. So that's it to the render settings. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and I hope this helped. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.